On this week's episode, we talk about Bullet Train.
And other pop culture news.
Before we get to our movie of the week, we just want to, by now probably everybody's heard, Nichelle Nichols passed away. She was one of the main cast of Star Trek the original series back in the 60s. It was a groundbreaking role, had a big impact on a lot of people, and she will always be fondly remembered for that.
Yeah, and our sentiments to the family and to, everybody that's feeling the loss of this pioneer actress. She was the actress that first kissed a man, the black female actress that first kissed a white man, the first interracial kiss on television. And besides that, she was a great actress. The character was formidable, and other things she did too.
She did. She met Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He told her that Star Trek was the only show his kids were allowed to stay up and watch. And when she expressed frustration that she wasn't able to participate more in the movement, she was thinking about leaving the show. He told her, "What you're doing there is so important. You need to stay on." And also famously, it was seeing her on television, not just as a maid, but let me back up. Whoopi Goldberg was 9 years old when she first saw Lieutenant Uhura, the character, on Star Trek, and she screamed and went and grabbed her mom because it was the first time she'd seen a black woman on television or in a movie as anything besides like a maid or something like that. And seeing a woman there as a senior officer, as part of the group, part of the crew, part of the group, and everything opened up a whole world of possibilities for her. And she later had a fantastic recurring role on The Next Generation. So, anyway.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure she inspired many other female actresses and
scientists,
actors,
astronauts,
and actresses of color. Including some good ones because Whoopi Goldberg. Anyway,
Bullet Train. We finally got to see it tonight. I knew from the trailers I was going to like this movie, and I was so right. This movie was an absolute blast from beginning to end. So fun. I loved it.
Yes, directed by David Leitcher. I think that's how I pronounce his name. And we know him from Free Guy. He did an excellent job there. We know him from Project, oh gosh, I can't remember. Andromeda? No. Poseidon? Oh gosh, I can't remember. It was a Netflix movie with Ryan Reynolds, Zoe Saldana. The
Adam Project.
Adam.
Yes.
Adam Project.
Yes.
So he did that one as well, and it was promising by the trailer and by the director. This one with Brad Pitt, with Aaron Taylor Johnson, with what's the name of the girl? Joey King, and I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yeah.
Because one of the things about the trailers, there's two trailers. And we even talked about it here, so it's not even a spoiler, it's not a secret, but there's a character on the first trailer that we don't see, we can only hear. And on the second trailer, she shows up. So if you're familiar with the voice, there's no surprise. But if you're not, when the character shows up on the second trailer and consequently in the movie, it's like a surprise. And I personally think that surprises in a movie should stay on the movies.
Yeah.
Not that not the whole spoiler thing. It's like but the fact that it's going to the movies is an experience. And if they and the lack of a better word, if they spoil that on a trailer,
Yeah. I feel like the less you know about a movie going in, the more fun it's going to be.
Yeah.
You just get to be taken along for a ride. Pun very much intended.
Yes.
And overall, I think they did a pretty good job with the trailers, not giving away much of the plot. They gave away some of the actors, but there was a lot happening in this film.
But you knowing who that character that shows at the end, you know who he is. I mean, not you knowing who he is. You watching
Just
the
but
trailer
knowing that
and
he's gonna be
seeing
in it,
the
yeah.
trailer, and there's someone missing, and it's like, oh, who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of it's one thing that I wouldn't do for that movie, but the
Sure.
movie is it's fun.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
So funny.
And it's like action, a comedy, blood. It's
Yeah.
you know, the trifecta is the three best things. It's, if anything, it would be how can I say? It's like a Tarantino for the MCU generation, in a good way. In a good way.
In a very good way.
The good things from the MCU. And it's like this guy definitely. I mean, I don't want to say anything stupid, but I don't know how old he is, but he definitely a student of Tarantino. But
I would agree
he
with
has
that.
his very, very personal. You can tell it's not Tarantino. It's this guy, and you can tell because you saw his other movies. It's very David Leitch movie, and it's good. It's fun. And different than Tarantino, he tells a story very chronologically.
Yeah.
He uses flashbacks, but in a very good and, if anything, necessary way.
Yes.
It's
The
not
flashbacks
wasted.
are always like, okay, hold on. In order to understand what's about to happen next, you need a little background. So this movie is based on a book, and I haven't read the book yet. It's on my list. I'm waiting for it from the library. But it's based on a Japanese novel, and I suspect... Well, in a novel, you
Is
can...
a Japanese novel by a Japanese author?
Yeah.
Okay. Just curiosity.
Yes. No, thank you for clarifying. In a novel, you can do that. You can give background. You can pause time because it's... Well, yeah, you can pause the plot to like give background and everything. You can't really do that in a movie except with these flashbacks. But they're so good. Besides the comedy and the action and the fight sequences are just like, oh, so funny, so great, well choreographed. It's so fun. But besides that, there's moments where there's like serious stuff happening and it starts to get pretty heavy, and at just the right moments he'll like break it up with something funny so it still stays light and fun, but there's also like enough heavy, like there's enough to keep you like really invested in the plot and invested in the characters. So oh my gosh, it was so fun. It's like super emotional. I laughed so hard, which was very cathartic. It's just it's a blast. And all these actors really perform well. I feel like Brad Pitt deserves more credit as a comic actor, because when he gets comedic roles, he's so funny. He's so funny. Anyway,
and it's the plot, the story, besides the flashbacks, obviously, but the entire story takes place in a bullet train going from Tokyo to Kyoto. And you know, every stop, I'm not every stop, in some stops some stuff happens, but most of the action and the story of the movie takes place inside of a train, which it's risky, you know, to tell a story that's completely inside of a train. You have to be good, and these guys did it. I don't know about the book, but the movie delivers. It's everything. It fits. It's very timely. It's funny. The soundtrack is something else.
It's so
American pop music in Japanese.
Yeah. So like, I Will Survive.
Yeah. And the cast is fantastic. And the plot is it surprises you. It's like at the end, it's like, and it's good. It's fun. It's R, right?
Definitely. No, you can't drop that many F-bombs. That alone.
But the movie it's fun. It's we totally recommend. It's if you like action movies, if you like comedy, but not I don't know, not like goofy comedy.
Yeah.
This one that goes with the story, and the situation is comedic. It's not gratuitous. I mean, some are, but most not.
Yeah.
And so if you like action, and if you like some of these people, they have very talented people. If you like Free Guy, if you like Adam Project, or even things like Deadpool, action, but
I feel like also this fits in, like, there were moments where I was thinking of, like, John Wick and Nobody. Is it Nobody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you liked any of those films, you would enjoy this
John
one.
Wick is way less comedic.
Way less comedic, but I feel like the fight sequences are.
But the whole like Tarantino did in some of his first, like Pulp Fiction, for instance. You have like different characters, and every character has their own story, and at the end they converge. This one does that, and for me it was a surprise because I knew there would be a convergence, but I didn't know it would be as intricate.
Yes.
As it was, and it was good. It was fun.
It was.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of Guy Ritchie. Some of his movies.
Yeah.
They do the same thing. There's totally different threads.
Yeah.
And like, okay, somehow this all has to come together. And we're pretty good at calling the shots, but there's no way.
Yeah.
It's so fun to be surprised.
Yeah.
Like that. So.
And Guy Ritchie is funny too. He has funny moments.
Yeah.
But this one is next level. The guy's good, and no wonder he was picked. Disney picked him to direct the new Deadpool, and let's hope Disney let him make a movie he wants to make, not Disney cracking the whip to do what they want, but let the director direct.
Seriously, if they let this guy do what we've seen him do, it's going to be a great film and a great fit already for Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like that style.
Yeah. And he has good friends. You're going to see some people in this movie. They may or may not be on his previous movies. And yeah.
So, rated R, out in theaters. Go see it. It is so...
Brad Pitt was on Deadpool 2, right? Was
That's right.
Yeah.
Doesn't he show up to like
the invisible
audition?
Guy.
Yeah.
That's right. When he jumps out of the plane, it is just a parachute, but once he hits the high tension electricity lines, it is Brad Pitt. Anyways,
so good.
Bullet Train, rated R, directed by David Leitcher, with starring Dwayne Starr, Brad Pitt, and many others. It's fun. It's good. It's out there.
Yeah.
Some members of the press. One member of the press was saying that this is the last movie of the summer. They're gonna hit more than 15 million, and they expect to be 26 million, and it's good. I mean, I totally recommend.
This is quality filmmaking.
It's I mean, it's not original. It's based on a book, but I don't know the book, so not knowing the book, I can say that he did a terrific job. So I won't be surprised if he makes more than 26 million, and if he does, awesome.
Yeah.
Because if anything, it's a I don't know the book. I don't know if there's a series of books, but it could expand into maybe sequels, maybe prequels. I don't know.
Sure.
With a good writer.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bullet Train available everywhere, theaters nationwide, and as I said, it's expected to do good. So if you wanna, I don't know, go for a date or go with friends, either way, it's gonna be fun for everybody.
So fun. Other box office news: DC League of Super Pets has caught up with The Bad Guys. It had a $23 million opening. So these are both animated kids movies released this summer. So they're at least on par with each other. Yeah. We didn't see The Bad Guys.
But
the girls will probably stream that later.
The League of Super Pets is still out, so it might pass that number. Yeah. The movie's fun. It has the Justice League, Superman, and pets.
Yes.
It's and it's a cute, funny story, interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's a good one. It's worth seeing. We saw a trailer. It's been out for a couple weeks, but we finally saw it. A trailer for a new Guillermo del Toro film, Pinocchio. It looks very cool. I'm very excited about this one.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks is animated in a very
Like it's stop motion animation.
Is it stop motion?
Well, that's how I've heard it described. I don't know if it's digital, and he seems like the guy to actually.
It looks like stop motion, but I don't think it is.
Okay, well, it's at the very least it's that style.
Yeah, it's very I wanna say rustic, very very unique type of animation. You know, it's you know the story Pinocchio, the guy that wants to have a son, make the son out of a piece of wood, and magic brings that doll toy to life. And as magic, the trailer looks very very magical, very interesting, and Del Toro deliver on all these areas.
Yeah,
he did it before.
He's got a good track record.
And I don't know when the other one comes out, but this goes sort of head to head against Disney's Pinocchio, which is first being there, done that, because it's a remake of the animation, but this time on live action.
Starring Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
As Geppetto.
Yeah. And
this one is going to be streaming on Netflix in November, I think. Ewan McGregor is... It looks like he's the voice of Jiminy Cricket. And actually using his Scottish accent, which I don't think I've seen him do in a film role before. And it also sounded like... Is it Tilda Swinton? Who's the blue fairy? It sounded like her, but they flashed the names up so fast I didn't get to read all of them. But his cast looks great. The animation looks adorable. And just lovely and whimsical and everything. It looks like we're bringing all the main story elements from the Disney movie, and I don't know if it's based on a book or
based on a book.
Fairy tale. Okay.
It is, yeah.
So it's bringing all of that, like
Christian Andersen.
It might be.
Okay, let me check. Keep giving the details in there.
Yeah. So I mean, it looks like we see the whale. What's the name? Monstro. Something that we see the whale. We see when he gets like kidnapped by the puppeteer, being sent to school. The blue fairy. There was something else that I forgot. Anyway, but he's out of the storyline where it looks like Geppetto had a son who had died, and so we see him in the trailer. We see him at his son's grave. We see him cutting down a tree next to the grave that he brings home, presumably to make Pinocchio.
Yeah, it's based on Italian.
Oh,
that's why the name Pinocchio.
Yeah,
which means I have no idea what it means, but it's Carlo Collodi.
Okay.
From Florence.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Anyway, it looks delightful.
Also competing. What was this last one? They had a Pinocchio not long ago, and this past year. Who did that one? Yeah, was it? I want to say it was the guy from Planet of the Apes. Was it him? No.
I don't remember.
Or maybe the Italian crazy comedian Benini.
Oh.
Bellini.
Yeah, you're right. It's been a couple of years though, hasn't it?
Pinocchio.
Either way, this one looks delightful, and as much as we all adore Tom Hanks, I feel like this is the Pinocchio to see.
Oh, 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Roberto Benigni, and directed by Matteo Carone. Very Italian. The whole thing is Italian, as the original
that might be
source.
worth checking out.
Anyways, so yeah, sometimes it comes all together. I remember when they released the Charlize Theron and Kristen Stewart and Chris Hemsworth.
That's right, the Huntsman.
At the same time, they released because that's Cinderella, right? No, that's
Snow White.
That's Snow White. Yeah, at the same time they released one. I think it was Mirror, with Julia Roberts.
Yes, that one I've seen. I've actually seen that several
Yeah.
times. I like it a lot.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's good. Lily Collins is Snow White.
Yeah, so
It's good.
Sometimes it comes because it's not that there's a lack of creativity in Hollywood, because there's creativity.
Yes, Hollywood does not necessarily equal creativity.
There is creativity there. We just saw this movie that was very well done. Even though credit to the author
It's an adapted
of the
screenplay,
book.
but
Yeah.
but it's a dang good film.
But the cinema always done that. Making movies.
Well, storytellers have always done that.
Making books become movies.
Yes.
So it's not completely unoriginal as a reboot or some remake, but the whole remake thing is let's do, and then sometimes it comes all together because people trying to it's like has been 3 weeks since we did Spider-Man. It's time to do another one.
That's where every now and then I'll see a meme about that. Like, have we checked on Hollywood? Are they okay?
Yeah.
Because it's been a week since the last Spider-Man reboot.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, man.
So, but so that's why we've seen so many Pinocchio movies.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Maybe there's something to do with date. After 100 years of something being published.
Oh, sure, like public domain
it
type.
becomes public domain, so they don't have to pay anyone. So
yeah,
especially
don't know.
Disney. If this movie is successful, they can come up with a sequel.
Oh my gosh.
And the sequel and many more. Anyways, so Pinocchio available on Netflix in November.
Okay. In the meantime, speaking of adaptations and Hollywood being creative or not, MGM has actually lost the rights to Tomb Raider, and this is a Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander in the title role.
Yes, and how did they lose those rights?
That's a great question. I don't actually remember.
Anyways, they lose the rights, and there's a bidding war to get the rights for the movie, and I think it was about a deadline. I think it was about they had until the expected day to make another movie. If not, they would lose the rights, and they did lose the rights. And the same thing happens to the X-Men. Fox bought the rights for the X-Men from Marvel Comics, and as long as they would make X-Men movies, X-Men properties, every I want to say 3 years, they would keep the rights. If they would not do that, they would lose the rights. And with the X-Men, Fox kept making them, kept doing it.
That's what gave us that incredible trilogy with the people, with James Marsden and Patrick Stewart and
people.
I couldn't remember any names. It took a minute. I can't even remember the good names. With Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry.
That's
all those movies with the people in them?
We talk about two different trilogies there.
Yeah.
Anyways. So which was not the case for Daredevil. Marvel, Fox relinquished the rights from Daredevil. I think Ghost Rider, and some of the rights they had. Back to Marvel, and Marvel start doing stuff with them even before Disney eventually bought Fox. So that's how more or less how MGM lost the rights for Tomb Raider. So there's a bidding war to get the rights to make more movies, but there's no plan, there's no certainty, probably not with Alicia Vikander.
That's too bad because I liked her.
Yeah, and she looked a lot like the later versions of the Lara Croft.
Yes.
There was Angelina Jolie once.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, let's head over to the MCU for a minute, because a week can't go by without talking about that franchise. Remember that Eternals movie that nobody liked a whole lot?
Yeah.
They're making a sequel!
And what happened was unofficially announced by Patton Oswalt on some interview, some soundbite at the San Diego Comic-Con. He said, Eternals 2, directed by Chloe Zhao, whatever her name is.
Yeah, Chloe Zhao.
Yeah. So he basically gave away the news.
Yeah.
And I guess Marvel just confirmed. It's like, yeah, fine. They're going to make another one. They're going to hire her. And yeah. And they didn't plan that already. Anyways.
So that's happening. In the meantime, we've had some looks into the history of the MCU. Jon Favreau did not always agree with the Russo brothers.
Oh yeah, he if anything, and Favreau was the guy that kick-started the MCU.
Yeah,
with the
he
greatest,
gave us Iron Man.
One of the probably still among the best MCU movies.
Oh, for sure.
The original Iron Man. And he stuck around for quite a while until, I don't know, he was invited to leave, or he left, or who knows what happened behind the scenes.
He always seemed happy to participate.
Anyways, he was against killing Tony Stark. And if in some ways it worked very emotionally, very dramatically for the movie, in some other ways, killing Tony Stark kind of killed the MCU as we knew it, because since then, you know, I mean, was two things that the Russo killed that changed the MCU, with like growing, never end growing into like the first one, even before killing Tony Stark, they killed Shield. They made Shield. They all Hydra. They all bad guys. So we lost the army of spies, the good guys, and they tried to recover that on a TV show, and it was a disaster. And here, like, still have, the damage was done, and then killed Tony Stark. I don't know, because they don't want to stop making movies, but I guess it's a marketing economical answer to, you kill that character and put someone to replace him. You don't have to pay, because contracts expire. If you make a contract for 6 movies, but you don't want to make only 6 movies, when that guy on the 6 movies comes for the 7th, it's like, now I want more.
Very expensive.
So that's why they kill, they change, because, you know, if they're making money with the movies, why the actors shouldn't make money as well, right? But anyways, it's all a big negotiation. So Favreau was against killing Tony Stark, and he has some good points.
He does. I liked the weight that it gave it, though. That, like, you can't take on that to defeat Thanos took like real sacrifice, and that Tony was a real, like, he's the ultimate hero, that he was willing to lay down his life for that.
Yeah.
And so that I appreciated. I don't think it was a total misstep.
The sacrifice, fine. The killing to use the Infinity Stones was a thing that was kind of like, you know, the whole they made the Infinity Stones and Infinity Gauntlet that can only be used by, you know, super strong people. Which is, I
don't remember that in the books at all.
Yeah, because there's not a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like the One Ring, you know. From hobbits to mans and elves. You know, it's about, it will corrupt all of them. Yeah. But anyone can. Anyways. Moving on.
Kevin. How many does that? Do we know how to say his last name? Kevin Feige. Yeah. Feige. Whatever. He has great aspirations for Deadpool 3.
Which I thought it was like, when I read that, I was like, God, come on, Deadpool is awesome, but he wants to elevate to the levels of Civil War, Infinity War, and Ragnarok. First of all, Ragnarok would be a downgrade for Deadpool.
And what does he mean to that level? Like, is he talking about like box office returns? Is he talking about like impact on the MCU? Like, what does he mean by that?
Because if anything, I keep hearing people hating on Love and Thunder.
Yeah, it was lame.
And people that's like, I love Ragnarok, but I hate Love and Thunder. It's like, it's basically the same.
No, Ragnarok had some good moments.
Like
forging Stormbreaker and how he finally had to like step up and save Asgard and.
Yeah, Stormbreaker was on Infinity War.
Okay, so clearly all these movies run together in my head. Yeah. But I don't know. It was.
The
I
whole
like
game-
Ragnarok
it was
a whole lot better.
It was Taika Waititi type of movie. It was like he
Sure.
goes and fight what's his bucket Surtur, and then he goes back to Asgard and find Loki as a king, and there's the whole theater, and then they go back. The father dies, comes the sister. I honestly don't see. I see Taika Waititi on both, and I don't think he dropped the ball on this one. He did pretty much what he did on the other one, and
I still like Ragnarok better, though.
I don't get it. The hate on this one, when it was like, oh, so you now having the feelings in the understanding that I had on Ragnarok.
Yeah.
They made Thor a joke. So he just kept making Thor a joke. Anyways, but
that's all we're talking about.
Civil War and Infinity War is like, so he's gonna bring a lot of characters to the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was just funny.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's stick with Disney for a minute and move over to Star Wars. So Taron Egerton talked about auditioning for Star Wars and how he didn't actually want to do it. Was he auditioning for Solo?
For Solo, and the studios wanted him. Kathleen Kennedy wanted him, and he went to do the auditions, but he moved on. He said at some point, he went to one. He went to the Falcon, and he said, quote, I felt that I'll be honest. I got on the Falcon. I was with Chewie. I was in the costume. I got there. I did it. I lived it. There was another round. I decided not to do it. It just felt to me like I didn't feel I've got to do this. This is my part. You're following Harrison Ford. No one ever wants to follow Harrison Ford.
That is completely fair.
It's hard, isn't it? I feel like there's an unspoken thing in Hollywood where it feels almost taboo to talk about the conversations you have that never came to a reality. But I don't care about that. So they wanted him, but he felt like he I mean, I guess it was a dream for any kid. He went there into the Falcon. He's been with
to be in the costume.
He got something out of it, but it's like, no, it's not for me, because you don't replace Harrison Ford. And then Chris Pratt did that same thing a couple weeks ago. He was saying that I will never be Indiana Jones. I'm afraid that Harrison Ford would hunt me, and even though he's dead, his ghost would hunt me, so I'm out. And
that's fair, especially with these extremely iconic roles. It's not just an iconic actor. They're roles that are kind of alive in and of themselves, and that's completely fair. I would not want to take that over. And honestly, Solo wasn't that great. So I think Taron Egerton made a good call.
They got out,
yeah. Still, lucky that he got to audition. That had to be a really fun
and he's been involved in so many other good things. And
all kinds of things too. Everything from like Sing 2 all the way to, what are we watching now? Blackbird. Yeah.
He was Eddie the Eagle. He's on the
Elton John.
Elton John.
Yeah. So he's doing just fine.
Kingsman trilogy, and I mean, he was in 2, but there's more coming.
Yeah. Excuse me. All good things. On the flip side, John Boyega apparently refused roles in Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, on the same way, Boyega said that nope, and the Iron Man was great. Why should I try to do better? Marvel keeps trying to do better, and
Favreau set the bar pretty high.
Yeah.
With that, no shade there. Okay, let's move over to HBO and DC stuff. So HBO Max, Discovery, like, so much is happening. There continue to be shakeups and all that stuff.
So David Zaslav, the CEO of Discovery and now Warner Brothers Discovery, is doing for Warner Brothers what he wants. Warner Brothers is a historic company. It has a legacy. He's coming to clean the house. and make it work and
Yeah.
be profitable and be valuable in all the meanings of the word. And there's a lot going on. He's getting some people out. He's bringing some people in, and the late news that come from all that include we heard of the cancellation of The Flash last week, which was overdue.
Yeah, well, we kind of knew that was coming. There's no way they could release that after everything that Ezra Miller's been doing.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the show.
Talk about the show.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that should have happened 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Or 3 or 4. Anyways.
Yeah.
The cancellation of The Flash, and the big one this week was the cancellation of Batgirl movie.
Yeah, which is so sad. I wanted it so bad. But by all accounts, it was not good.
I wanted to be said, actually not. Anyways, $90 million in the movie will not be released. Will be not on theaters or on HBO. So that one was shelved. We're never gonna see that. Most likely. And among other things, the cancellation of this CW show called Gotham Knights, based on the kids of Batman, and it's like no. And The Flash is at risk right now. The Flash, the movie, but because the screenings, the reactions were like really positive. They might keep that, but they might change the ending. So the same for Aquaman 2, and the same for Shazam: Fury of Gods. And with the recent news of Ben Affleck being the set of Shazam, that's good news. Good news for the Snyderverse. That might happen.
Yeah.
If anything, Zaslav said that, or as the quote,
our job is to protect. That one?
Yeah.
Our job is to protect the DC brand. We're not going to put a movie out unless we believe in it. That's it.
Yeah. So, and he said on interviews, even before the actual merge take place, that you have great properties. You have Superman.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the planet, people know what Superman is. It's and who knows, maybe other planets do. You cannot waste a character like that. And also he mentioned Batman and Wonder Woman, the Holy Trinity. So they're gonna work their best to
make it better.
Make it better.
Yeah. Part of all this, 6 HBO Max original films have been removed from the streaming service. There's going to be a new HBO Max Discovery Plus streaming service launching in summer of next year. So a lot is changing. Like when we say the cleaning house, like really, it's ruthless and like specific and focused. Like it's cleaning house.
And it was said that the plan is a 10-year plan to do, strong characters, strong use of the characters they have, doing quality over quantity, taking the time and doing properly, similar to what's done Marvel by Jon Favreau, Kevin Feige, and the MCU.
Hopefully like early MCU days though, and hopefully without like the heavy-handed studio influence.
Yeah.
Because one thing that I've always liked about DC is that these movies are distinct and different and diverse from each other, whereas the MCU movies became such cookie-cutter films that, as was exhibited earlier, I don't even remember what happened in one film versus another. They're just sort of mashed together. So, anyway.
Yeah, but some projects, they are confirmed. They are not at risk. The Joker, the sequel for the Joker, Todd Phillips, the Joker. Lady Gaga posted a little vignette, a little video.
That's right.
With confirming that she will be Harley to Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and Joker Folie à Deux.
Folie à Deux. Okay, what's going on with Sylvester Stallone?
Oh yeah, he's going hard against Avery Winkler, the producer, for the rights of Rocky, and they just announced a spin-off, and they said they keep sucking the blood out of Rocky, and he posts memes on his Instagram with Hinkler biting Rocky's neck. Dolph Lundgren took his side. It's like I didn't know about that what they doing to Sly, and I took the side of my friend, and there's this whole mess.
Goodness. Well, best of luck to Sly, because that's totally his thing, and he deserves all the credit. There was a fire at some studios in Italy that have paused production of The Old Guard 2. This is the Netflix series based on graphic novels starring Charlize Theron. So hopefully that works out.
Yeah, I don't think anyone got hurt, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mission Impossible 8 is getting a brand new member.
Yeah, Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
Mr. What's his bucket?
Nick Offerman.
Yeah. He's on the movie, and he said he was over impressed how Chris McQuire, I think that's Steve McQuire, I can't remember.
I don't know.
Ralph McQuire and Tom Cruise work, and he's having a blast. And that's,
I bet
that's a good thing, when work is doing properly and people are having fun. The final result is good.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. And one of the things about, just a quick thing about Batgirl, I love Batgirl. It's one of my favorite characters. Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, the Oracle, her whole cycle.
Yeah.
And it's sad that the movie is not gonna come out, but if anything, the movie wasn't being made properly.
Yeah.
They took many liberties. They changed a lot of stuff. And there's rumors of nepotism, that one of the directors got the job because, nepotism, what it means. So, all that. If anything, scratch it. Let's try again. Let's do it properly.
It's not the Batgirl we need or deserve.
Yeah. Some other projects of risk includes the Black Superman Val Zod, which also wouldn't be a loss, because the writer involved is like, oh gosh. Anyways, pretty bad. So so far it looks like it's not random. It looks like the changes are coming to, okay, so no, people don't want this. People don't want this.
Yeah.
Stop trying to justify. And there's rumors that some of the movies and changes of phrases and swap and inclusivity an answer from old WB executives to the accusations of racism from Ray Fisher.
Right.
So they're not doing for right reasons or for social reasons. They're doing to cover up their butts.
Yes, they're saying, but we have black friends.
Yes.
We can't be racist.
Yes. So hopefully, with good professionals, with good minds, this new WB will give the heroes we deserve, which we know what we want. We had a peek.
Yeah.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
It's Henry Cavill. I mean, Superman.
So.
I mean, they're the same person.
Yeah. Let's see. We hope we come back with good news about all this.
Fingers crossed. In the meantime, I think this is very good news. Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese are teaming up for another film called The Wager. These are two of the greats working together, so I'm in.
From the same, the Flower Moon author. And they've been doing a lot of good things together. So
DiCaprio is an incredible actor, like so incredible. Anyway, looking forward to that. Earlier we mentioned Nobody, starring Bob Odenkirk. It might be getting a sequel, which I hoped for. The way the film ends, it definitely leaves room for that, so I'm glad to hear that could be happening.
Yes, Nobody was fun.
Yeah.
Other thing, just a quick thing, going back to WB. There's it's not only DC that we heard about HBO Max. It's not only DC that's going through these changes. Other HBO Max properties are taking the axe too. There's an Ellen animation that it was shelved. Third season would not come out, even though the season I think is finished. And it might be more.
Yeah.
There's some people already like hoping that the new Scooby-Doo show never see the light of day too, because the
we'll
whole Mindy Kaling, the whole liberties that she took with the show. But anyways, not official yet, but some movies are being shelved, and some shows are at risk.
I am hopeful and optimistic that this is all going to lead us to better quality content in the future.
If anything, there's already good news. We're gonna have HBO Max and Discovery as one service.
Yes,
which is always good,
because
really now we have to pay for two.
Yeah, and very quick. I think we've talked about this before, like how everyone was like, cut the cable and get away from cable bills and all that, and then streaming very quickly turned into what was happening with cable. Anyway, where like if you want to watch the content, you have to like pay for all these different services. Anyway, it's nice to see some combining, and I think that'll be good for everyone in the long run. Outlander is getting a prequel. Yeah,
Blood of My Blood, about Jimmy Fraser's parents' love story.
Yeah. What, Outlander's going to be telling a love story?
Yeah.
What? Interesting. We shall see. Let's move over to Chris Rock for a moment. Will Smith issued a video apology, and I just think it's the biggest waste of everybody's time. Not apologizing, but it's not our business. He doesn't need to apologize to anybody except for Chris Rock, maybe the Academy, because he did interrupt their big event. But mostly this is between Chris Rock and Chris Rock and himself.
But
and
he was crucified by the public.
Well, that means that the public owes him an apology.
Opinion, so
I don't know. I just think it's performative and annoying, and
again,
we have much bigger fish to fry.
I still think was set up. So because it blew up out of proportion, out of the plan. Society crucified him, so he has to apologize to society. Chris Rock ignored the apology, and that's as it is now. One other thing about Chris Rock, Peacock is Peacock or Paramount?
Paramount Plus.
Paramount is gonna have a show. Everybody still hate Chris. An
adult animated series. Chris Rock is going to be very adult, but probably very funny.
We know Chris Rock's going to narrate like he narrated the show, and we'll see who else comes back.
Do you think Terry Crews will come back?
Who said that?
I said, do you think he'll come back?
I wish everybody would come back. I guess maybe not the little girl, because I guess she can voice. Yeah, she can always voice herself.
Well, if everybody still hates Chris, are we going back to him as a child, or are we going into adulthood now?
Oh, that's right. I don't know. Yeah, we don't know the timeline, because the way the show ends, it ends on the moment based on true story when he drops out of high school and decides to do other things, including comedy. Yeah. So I don't know if they're gonna pick up from where the show left or what.
Well, we'll find out. I think that I loved Everybody Hates Chris. That was a really solid show.
I don't love that Everybody Hates anyone, but the show was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alison Brie. Well, this is our final thing for Community fans out there. Alison Brie has said that there are, quote, legitimate conversations happening around a Community movie.
Yeah. I don't know if that means much, I guess you could use the public, sending that to the public arena. People might start like hashtagging or whatever can be done. I'm pretty sure there's legitimate conversations about a Firefly movie, about what's the name of that show, the fake show on Common? Supernova? No, it was a...
Oh, yeah.
Astrovia.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Anyways, that's relative. Glover is really busy with Atlanta.
That's true.
Season 4 is coming. He said it's the most grounded season ever. So, who else?
Joel McHale
is probably unemployed, so he would come back in a blink of an eye.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them aren't doing that much.
The lady, what's the name of the black fat lady?
I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched
Yvette. Yvette Brown, Nicole Yvette Brown.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I hope it's her and not someone else. She was voicing a character in one animation.
She was in Super Pets.
She was in Super Pets.
She's
Okay,
the animal shelter.
That's true.
Owner, I
That's
think.
true. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Who else? I don't think they want.
Abed.
I don't think they want Chevy back because that's the reason why last season he wasn't there.
Yeah.
I bet. Oh, yeah, I bet it's probably stripping in Hollywood. I don't.
No, he just got cast as something.
Oh no, he wasn't. He was on Rob McElhenney show on Apple TV. He's
Yes.
game. What's it called?
Oh shoot.
Raven's Banquet. No, that's
No.
a subtitle. Mythic
It
Quest.
is Mythic Quest.
Mythic Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
I guess
but I just thought he got
cast.
cast as something that's.
Yeah.
It's gonna come to me later.
I have no
When it
idea.
doesn't matter
I missed that
anymore.
one.
Dang it! Oh, I just saw. Anyway, the point, like with streaming, you can do like a little streaming special. I think enough of the cast is available enough. It's plausible. It's doable. It could be fun.
Yeah, because one of the things that kind of started killing the show was like you lost Chevy. I mean, I guess they kicked Chevy out.
Yeah.
You lost Glover, and then you start bringing new characters, and it was like, okay, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well,
but yeah, it might happen, it might not. Who knows?
Not me. I don't know.
Anyways, anything else?
That's all I got this week.
Yeah, are we gonna see things this week, and we're gonna bring next week. We're gonna finish this amazing Apple show based on a true story called Blackbird with Taron Egerton. It ends this week, so we're gonna talk about that.
Oh, good.
And other things. Yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, live long and prosper.
And may the force be with you.
Bye.
Bye.